Hey guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my initial thoughts on the new Muppet documentary, Muppet Guys Talking. Originally, I was going to have one of my puppet characters named Jacinto the Dust Monster do the initial thoughts on Muppet Guys Talking, but seeing how the Muppets really mean a great deal to me, I figured it'd be better if I just express how I feel about this documentary, the performers, and how the Muppets overall continue to inspire me and millions of other people. I'm going to go ahead and just say if you haven't seen this documentary already, please check it out at MuppetGuysTalking.com. There will be a link for it in the description down below. Definitely check it out. For me, this documentary is definitely a love letter to my hero, Jim Henson. So they share some secrets within this film about working with Jim and that environment and culture that Jim brought out back in the day, and how Jim was just a natural leader. Like, he led everybody, cared for everybody, the most kindest person that has ever walked on this earth. And these guys really did such an amazing job of what they did then and what they're doing now. It's, I have no words. The documentary features the original Muppet performers, such as Frank Oz, Fran Brill, Dave Goelz, Jerry Nelson, and Bill Barretta. Dave, as you guys know, I won't go into heavy detail on who these guys play. If you guys already know who these people play on The Muppets and Sesame, don't worry, I won't. You could skip at any time. But yeah, Frank Oz, the original, Miss Piggy, Cookie Monster, Fozzie Bear, Animal, Sam the Eagle, just a whole number of characters that he's done working with Jim for those 35 years. Dave Goelz, of course, the Great Gonzo, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, Beauregard on Fraggle Rock, Uncle Traveling Matt, Bill Barretta, taking over some of Jim's characters. He's done an incredible job of taking over Rolf the Dog, Swedish Chef, Dr. Teeth, as well as taking on some characters of his own, Big Mean Carl, Gene, the orange monster from this well-known Muppet bit, as well as Pepe the King Prawn, Johnny Fiamma, Fran Brill. There were a number of characters that she's done, but the two that really stand out for me, which I've also loved growing up, Zoe and Prairie Dawn. And then, of course, Jerry Nelson, who was known as the voice for any Muppet Sesame Street production. He was a very flexible performer. He has done so many characters, it was hard for me to keep count. But he has done so many characters, such as Count Von Count on Sesame, Harry Monster, Snuffy, Mr. Snuffleupagus, of course, Sergeant Floyd Pepper, Robin the Frog, Uncle Deadly, just a whole number. And it was wonderful to see Jerry just talking with these guys before his passing. I just need to say this right off the bat. Those of you that do know me as a voice actor cartoonist on this channel, everything that I have done has always been inspired by the Muppets. The Muppets mean a great deal to me. They've inspired me in so many ways. The characters, the songs, the acts and bits of variety that they have, it continues to inspire me to this day. And I would be nowhere without the Muppets and without Jim. Jim Henson, he really is the reason why I do these things. Why I want to pursue animation. Why I want to pursue voice acting. Even though what he did was puppetry, everything that he did, for me, has grown to develop my own stuff. And without Jim and without the other performers, Frank Goss, Jerry Nelson, Richard Hunt, Dave Goelz, Kevin Clash, Steve Whitmire, Louise Gold, Stephanie D'Abruzzo, every single performer that has worked on Sesame, the Muppets, anything at all, I would not be pursuing this if it wasn't for Jim. This was a humongous love letter to Jim. And for me, if Jim was still around today, he would love to see this documentary and just see how much the Muppets really have touched people. All of these guys. I would not be doing any of this if it wasn't for those guys. And with this documentary, it really is wonderful just to see that, people knew who Jim was. People know who Frank is. But they don't really know the other performers that really make all this happen. And I'm really happy about that. Things with the Muppets are really going well. I mean, they did a tremendous job of doing their live show at the Hollywood Bowl, which I did not see, but I did see a whole bunch of video clips on YouTube. And these guys really did an incredible job. I mean, I really wish that I would have been at the Hollywood Bowl to see this, but sadly not. And it's amazing to hear that they are still doing these live shows. Like they're going to be doing a show in the UK. Those of you that are going to be performing in the Muppets Take the O2, the best of luck to all of you, and thank you for just bringing these characters that I know and love and that everybody knows and loves to do these live shows. I hope it continues, and honestly, like if you guys are going to be doing a live show here in New York, definitely take Radio City Music Hall, okay? I would love that. In fact, there's a poster I did on my Facebook page. If you guys want to see that, there's also a link for that in the description too. But overall on Muppet Guys Talking, truly a love letter to my hero, Jim Henson. And to Frank, Jerry, Bill, Dave, and Fran, thank you guys. Just thank you. I loved it. Everybody loved it. Just thank you guys. Just thank you.